Good evening, I am April Agising Lama and these are the headlines of the hour. Cooperative victims once again take to the streets after repeated unfulfilled promises from the government. Those charged high interest rates by microfinances join the protest. Prime Minister Oli begins meeting with the heads of state of BRIMSTEC member nations in Thailand. Meeting with Indian counterpart Narendra Modi scheduled for tomorrow. US President Donald Trump's move to impose sweeping tariffs on US imports sparks threats of retaliation as companies and governments rush to count the cost from an escalating trade war. Nepal Super League match between Kathmandu Racers and Thapa FC ends in a goalless draw, marking the second consecutive draw for both teams. Welcome back. After repeated unfulfilled promises from the government, victims of cooperative fraud have once again taken to the streets. They are demanding effective measures from the government to retrieve their savings. Not only cooperative victims, but also those who have been charged high interest rates by microfinance institutions are protesting, seeking relief from exorbitant rates.
Cooperative depositors have been protesting for the past 23 months after failing to get back the money they deposited. During this period, there have been several agreements between the government and the victims, but the process of refunding the money has not progressed. In the Nepalese month of Chaitra in 2018, last year, the government announced the formation of a savings and loan protection fund to ensure refunds, but it has yet to be implemented. The pace of refunds managed by the troubled cooperative management committees has been extremely slow, and the depositors are struggling to meet their daily needs.
त्यो पैसा बुढाबुढी भएर 45 सालदेखि कमाएको मेरो 6 लाख उहाँको 4 लाख उहाँले राजमन्त्री देखिर दिएको पैसा त्यही राखेको पुलिस घरमा औषधि खान्छु भन्दा पाउँदैन पैसा यो ला बोकेर अर्काको काम गर्नु अहिले पनि म लुखुर गर्छु
यस्तै विकल्प त वृद्ध बुढाबुढी अनि त्यसपछि दीर्घ रोगी हैन अनि यस्तै किडनी ट्रान्सप्लान्ट गर्नुपर्ने यस्ता बिरामीहरुको चाहिँ हामीले नाम सिफारिस गरेर पठाइदिएको थिए महासंघको पत्रमा हैन अनि तर उहाँले चाहिँ अहिलेसम्म पनि पैसा फिर्ता पाइराख्नु भएको छैन। यो समस्याग्रस्त अफिसले किन पैसा फिर्ता गर्न नचाहेको त्यो पनि मैले बुझ्न सकेको छैन।
मेरो घरमा 10 जना परिवार छ हैन, 4 जना वृद्ध छ, एकजना पूर्ण अशक्त छ, पूर्ण अशक्त 19 वर्ष भइसकेको छ हैन, अनि 3 जनाको पढाइ चलिरहेको थियो हैन। अहिले अनि हामीले गाउँमा 70 सालमा जग्गा बेचेर अनि कान्तिपुर फाइनेन्समा राखेको बुढाबुढीले काम गर्न सक्नु भन्न गाउँमा हैन, अनि कान्तिपुरमा फाइनेन्समा राखे हैन, कान्तिपुर सहकारी, अनि त्यहाँ राख्दै पैसा डुब्यो। अहिले पैसा हामी जिरो हो, हामी सुकुम्बासी छ हैन, 30 लाख।
Protests were held on Thursday not only by cooperative victims, but also by microfinance borrowers who have been bearing high interest rates, also joined the protest, claiming that they are now in a situation where they cannot even repay the loans. They gathered near the Prime Minister's residence in Balwatar, expressing the concerns about the deterioration of the businesses and the growing burden of microfinance interest rates, which have put their homes and land at risk.
पुरै पीडित भइहालेको छु, घरमा के छैन, जो जति अलिकता जग्गा जमिन थियो सबै लगे बितीमा गइसकेको छ। पुरै हामी लगाएको लुगा मात्रै छु, केही छैन।
लघु वित्तबाट पैसा झिकेर चाहिँ बङ्गुर फर्म राखे त मरो, बोइलर फर्म राखे त मरो, सबै त्यो लकडाउनमै सबै खतम भयो। त्यहाँदेखि म उठ्न सकिनँ, तिर्न पनि सक्दिनँ। अहिले बुढालाई मुटु रोग छ, यही वैशाखमा अपरेसन गर्नु भनेको छ, अब पैसा छैन।
Cooperative depositors are demanding the return of their savings, while microfinance borrowers are seeking relief from high interest rates. Both groups of citizens want to return to normal life and sustain their businesses and daily routines.
It is time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. But before that, let's take a look at yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked you what's your take on lawmakers' demand for a judicial committee to investigate the violent Tinkhune incident. 46% voted for A, legitimate demand, 33% voted for B, political pressure, and 21% voted for C, Home Ministry is capable enough to probe. Now here's today's question. What's your take on different groups including teachers and victims of cooperatives and loan sharks taking it to the streets? Your options are A, search for justice, B, to pile pressure on the government, or C, vested interests. The voting is on. Type an EWS selector option, A, B or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Now, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, who is in Bangkok for an official visit to Thailand, and the BIMSTEC summit has begun meetings with the heads of state of the member nations. Right after completing his official visit to Thailand, Prime Minister Oli began his meetings with the heads of state and government of the BIMSTEC member countries today. He met with Sri Lankan Prime Minister Mahinda Amarasuriya today. Prime Minister Oli also held bilateral meetings and discussions with Myanmar's Prime Minister Min Aung Hlaing and Bhutan's counterpart Prime Minister Tshering Tobgay. The Prime Minister's Secretariat informed that discussions during the meetings focused on strengthening bilateral relations between the countries. Earlier, Prime Minister Oli had met with business persons and traders from Thailand in Bangkok. The meeting also included officials from the Nepal Chamber of Commerce and Nepali entrepreneurs. Prime Minister also addressed an event at the Asian Institute of Technology in Thailand today. He expressed concern about small and vulnerable states regarding their existence.
Their very existence.
Prime Minister Oli is scheduled to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi tomorrow in Bangkok. According to the itinerary released by the Prime Minister's Secretariat, the meeting will take place at 4 p.m. Nepali time. Indian Prime Minister Modi has already arrived in Bangkok to participate in the BIMSTEC summit. Prime Minister Oli will also address the BIMSTEC summit tomorrow. It is time now for a short break. We have more news coming up. Welcome back. Pollution in the Kathmandu Valley is unlikely to reduce until there is proper rainfall. The sky over Kathmandu, which looks cloud-covered, is filled with dust and smoke, causing the air quality to deteriorate. This is considered highly dangerous for health, and the number of patients in hospitals has increased. The Meteorological Department has reported that there is no likelihood of rain in the coming days.
Pollution in Kathmandu Valley is expected to remain for some time. According to Meteorological Department, there is no possibility of rain or strong winds in the coming days. The department says, although the sky may clear slightly from Friday, it will not be fully clean.
यो उच्चचापीय प्रणाली पनि यो हाम्रो वरिपरि यो इन्डियन सबकन्टिनेन्ट वरिपरि रहेको भएर चाहिँ आगामी केही दिन वर्षा नहुने वर्षा हुने सम्भावना पनि कम देखिएको ठुलो बेगको हावा चल्ने सम्भावना पनि कम देखिएको भएर पनि आगामी केही दिन चाहिँ यो अब यो अहिले उच्च यो प्रदूषण चाहिँ उच्च रूपमा रहेको चाहिँ अब यो देखेको छ विभिन्न ठाउँहरुमा हैन त्यो चाहिँ अब आगामी केही दिन रहिरहने जस्तो देखिन्छ यद्यपि भोलिबाट चाहिँ थोरै बहुत क्रमिक रूपमा घटेर जाने चाहिँ जस्तो देखिन्छ तर पूर्ण रूपमा एकदम क्लियर हुने सम्भावना चाहिँ कम नै छ.
On Thursday, the air quality index of Kathmandu Valley was above 200, which indicates an unhealthy level. For several days, Kathmandu has remained the most polluted city in the world based on air quality. People have started going to hospitals with health issues caused by pollution itself.
म उपचारकै लागि आएको हो है त मलाई चाहिँ रुगा खोकी जस्तो लागेर म जचाउन आएको हो छाती अलि कमजोर जस्तो
आँखा पिरो भइराछ नाकहरु पिरो भइराछ थकान जस्तो भइराछ.
Hospitals in Kathmandu Valley have reported an increase in patients with respiratory issues, colds, coughs, asthma, pneumonia, skin issues, chest pain, and eye irritation. Daegu Hospital has reported 10% increase in patients with such issues. Tribhuvan University Teaching Hospital has seen a surge of 15%, and the Chest Disease Department at Bir Hospital has seen an increase of up to 40%, where all beds in the department are occupied and patients in the emergency department are having to wait for up to 48 hours for a bed.
हाम्रो अस्पताल चाहिँ हामीले हेर्यौं भने चाहिँ जहिले पनि हामीसँग चाहिँ हाम्रो अस्पतालको बेडको क्यापासिटी भन्दा बढी बिरामीहरू चाहिँ आउनुहुन्छ जो चाहिँ अलि सिकिस्त बिरामीहरू चाहिँ इमर्जेन्सीमा वेट गर्नुहुन्छ बेड खाली भएको केसमा चाहिँ उहाँहरू वार्डमा सिफ्ट हुनुहुन्छ अब जेनरल टेन्डेन्सी हेर्यौं भने चाहिँ पछिल्लो महिना इमर्जेन्सीमा हाम्रो ब्याकलग हुन्थेन सामान्यतया छातीका बिरामीहरू भर्ना चाहिने बिरामीहरू इमर्जेन्सीमा आइसकेपछि छाती विभागको वार्डमा चाहिँ तुरुन्तै भर्ना पाइहाल्नुहुन्थ्यो भने पछिल्लो 2-3 हप्तामा चाहिँ त्यसको वेटिङ टाइम 24 देखि 48 घण्टा चाहिँ बेडको लागि पनि पर्खिनुपर्ने देखिएको छ
Health professionals suggest wearing masks during high pollution and staying indoors as much as possible.
In our Public Voice segment, we have asked in several provinces what should be the priority of the upcoming leadership of the Nepal Bar Association. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
आफ्नो स्वतन्त्र रूपमा व्यवसाय गर्ने कानुन व्यवसायको हकमा चाहिँ काम गर्न सक्ने
आफ्नो पेशा व्यवसायको हितको लागि चाहिँ संगठन हुनुपर्छ
मलाई अन्याय भएको छ मेरो बारेमा बारले बोल्दिन्छ र अदालत गएपछि मलाई न्याय मिल्छ भन्ने कुरा हुनु पर्यो
न्यायालयको गरिमालाई उच्च राख्ने विधिको शासन कायम गर्ने
भ्रष्टाचारहरू विरुद्धदेखि लिएर नीतिगत रूपमा भएका व्यवस्था जुन खालका व्यवस्थाहरू छन् ती कुराहरूलाई चाहिँ कार्यान्वयन गर्ने
मफसलमा अभ्यासरत कानुन व्यवसायी र नवोदित कानुन व्यवसायीहरूको संरक्षणमा चाहिँ ध्यान दिनुपर्छ
गरिब दुखीहरूको पनि न्यायमा पहुँच गराउन सक्नुपर्छ
समानुपातिक समावेशीको सिद्धान्तलाई अक्षरशः कार्यान्वयन गराउनुपर्ने दायित्व पनि नेपाल बार एसोसिएसनको रहेको
विशेष गरी महिलाहरूको लागि हुनुपर्ने जुन प्राथमिकता छ नि विभिन्न महिलाहरूमा हुने विभेदहरूलाई पनि हटाउनुपर्छ
जनताको पक्षमा उभिएर सशक्त आन्दोलन गर्यो भोलिका दिनमा आउने नेतृत्वले त्यो पनि गर्नुपर्ने जरुरत मैले देखेको छु
व्यवसायीहरूको हकहितको रक्षा गर्ने र न्यायपालिकालाई स्वच्छ र निष्पक्ष ढङ्गले अगाडि बढाउनका लागि त्यसले वाचडगको रूपमा काम गर्नुपर्छ
भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त न्यायालय त्यो कुरा चाहिँ प्राथमिकतामा राख्नुपर्छ
सर्वसुलभ तरिकाले न्यायका उपभोक्ताहरूलाई न्याय दिने कुराहरूमा कानुन व्यवसायीहरूको जुन भूमिका छ त्यसलाई प्रभावकारी बनाउनु पर्यो
स्वच्छ अनुशासित
न्यायपालिकाको शुद्धिकरण कानुन व्यवसायीहरूको क्षमता अभिवृद्धि र सातवटै प्रदेशमा हुने न्यायका सेवामुखीहरूलाई चाहिँ नि छिटो छरितो सर्वसुलभ ढङ्गले चाहिँ नि न्याय दिन दिलाउनमा सहयोग पुर्याउने किसिमको
व्यावसायिक सक्षम सबल बार निर्माण गर्ने नवोदित कानुन व्यवसायीहरूलाई व्यावसायिक दक्षताको तालिमहरू सञ्चालन गर्ने
नवोदित कानुन व्यवसायीहरू विदेशिनु पर्ने अवस्था त्यो बाध्यता नहोस्
कानुन व्यवसायभित्र पनि महिला दलित आदिवासी जनजाति पिछडिएको क्षेत्र वर्गका साथीहरूलाई पेशागत उसमा चाहिँ कसरी उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ पेशागत क्षमता अभिवृद्धि गरेर पेशामा ल्याउन सकिन्छ
Sports News.
The Nepal Super League NSL match between Kathmandu Razors and Thapa FC ended in a goalless draw. This marks the second consecutive draw for both teams. Kathmandu created several scoring opportunities but failed to capitalize, while Thapa threatened on the counter-attack but couldn't break the deadlock. Thapa came closest to scoring in injury time when Aaron Thapa's shot struck the crossbar. With this result, both teams have registered their second consecutive draw. Kathmandu previously tied 2-2 with Lalitpur, while Thapa played a goalless draw against Butwal Lumbini. Both teams now have 2 points from 2 matches. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.